Hey y'all, welcome to Hirtz Life. I'm Derek Hirtz. I don't know if y'all have ever felt abandoned or neglected before.
All right now, little feller. I'm going to the store. I'll be back. You stay right here.
It could be from parents divorcing or a bad breakup or maybe something else. But I wanted to share about what God taught me through my parents' divorce when I was a kid. Now my dad left when I was 6 years old, but I want to put a disclaimer in here that he was a really good dad. After the divorce, he called us every night and he picked us up, and my mom's one of the most faithful people I know. She was simply amazing and I couldn't have asked for a better mom. So this by no means is a reflection on them or their parenting. They were awesome. It's just a reflection on how their divorce affected me as a kid. Later in life, I realized that in spite of all my dad's efforts to stay in contact, my 6-year-old brain felt like he had aborted me. And my parents had told me multiple times that it wasn't my fault, but as a kid, it's hard to understand that.
I just wanted to add that it's crazy how the enemy will take life situations and twist the truth to form hurtful lies.
So later in life, when I was processing that hurt, I told God, this really is painful. It feels like the one who made me in his image and likeness didn't want me anymore. And I felt like I had been emotionally aborted by my dad. And then this thought came to my mind that I knew was from God. He said, your dad did not make you in his image and likeness. I did. I knitted you in your mother's womb in my image and likeness to look like me. And I will never leave you or forsake you. I'm always with you. I have someone who has been with me every day and every second of my life. He has never left me, not even for a moment. He has always been there and will always be there. See, as a kid, what it felt like when my parents divorced was like I was a tree that had been cut off from the roots. As a 6-year-old, a parent is a lot like the root of the tree. They provide stability, structure, and nourishment. And so when my dad left, it felt like I had been cut off from the roots. I was very unstable, detached from the structure that held me up. And as a result, I decided that I would be my own root system. I would be my own stability, and I would nourish myself and not let anyone in. But a system that tries to nourish itself from within itself is typically pretty toxic and isn't very stable. But as I got to know God more, I let him become my new root system. Oh, there's Pharrell's house. Check it out. So my question for you is, what makes up your root system? I think there are 3 basic options. The first one is, are you letting somebody else or something else be your root? And it's easy to do if somebody hurts us, to try and find that sense of security and nourishment and stability in something else or someone else. Which brings me to option number 2. Are you trying to be your own root system, your own sense of stability and nourishment? For me as a kid, I actually turned to myself. And the third option, which is the healthy one, are you allowing God to be your main root system? He is where we find stability, strength, and nourishment. And the Bible says, even if my father and mother abandon me, the Lord will hold me close. It also says that he's a father to the fatherless and a defender of the widows in his holy habitation. And he makes a home for the lonely. And he's also our rock and our foundation. As I put my roots in him, instead of in myself and other things, I became so much stronger. And my relationship with my dad even got stronger. So ask yourself, where is my current root system? And then invite God in to be your new root system. And the last point that I want to make comes from something a pastor said at my church one time. He said, we're made to be like corn. And I'm going to adapt what he said. See, corn finds its support in its roots. It draws nutrients from there and gets stability from there. But it's not made to be alone either. If a corn stalk is planted by itself, it actually breaks pretty easily when wind comes. And so farmers actually plant a bunch of corn near each other so that they can use the nutrients that they draw from the ground and the support that they draw from the ground to be healthy and then support each other. So yes, God is our main source of strength. But I also want us to realize that we're not made to be alone. We're made to do life together. So God is our strength and our source of nourishment, and he is the main place we go for that. But we're also made for each other. All right, y'all, if you enjoyed this, post it on social media somewhere and share it with people. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment on YouTube. Oh, that was hard to get over. And I'll see you next week.